Be back in a minute, got to clear up after Alfie. So we're going to set off this morning. I'm just going to start the engine while I take the pram cover down and start the washing machine, go through the 6 locks, stop at the service point, empty out what's got to be emptied out and top up the water, and then see where we get from there. Well, that took quite a long time to come through there because I pulled the boat through on the rope and let it slowly drift through, and then I closed the gates, came back down and jumped onto the back of the boat. I don't really like climbing up and down the steel ladders. Well, I don't mind it, but if it can be avoided. And of course the other problem with being on a muddy towpath in a town is all the cyclists come along and splosh all the mud all up the side of the boat. This is a bit of an issue. I had magnetic signs advertising the channel, and of course, stupid, put them by the chimney, so they've kind of welded themselves on. I'm getting them off bit by bit. I'm having to boil kettles and pick it off. There's Noah over there. That's a Dutch barge. Very nice. Collapsible wheelhouse, so, well, it ought to be collapsible, unless he just lives on it on dry land. An old truck. Number 7, it's just done. It's just a short run now to the next lock, and I'm sending positive mental thoughts that someone's going to be coming up as I'm heading there. I'm going to just crawl there nice and slowly, give them a chance to get there and get into the gate and get into the lock, come through, see me and leave it wide open for me. That's the plan. He's in his army fatigues. Must be part of the home guard. Well, my PMT half worked. Positive mental thought, just in case you wondered. There wasn't anyone coming up the lock, but the lock was full, so I just had to swing the gate open. So that was a win. I've got 2 locks to do. This next stretch, just the other side of this footbridge, holds a special meaning to me. The first boat I hired for a holiday, my 2 sons, it came for Christmas, and we moored about 100 metres the other side of this bridge, and it was a lovely week, blue skies, frost, lovely, just what you want. And on Christmas Eve I went up to take some photographs of the lock at the head, and when I came back, well, there was carnage. My boys, I'd left them playing chess, and when I came back, obviously got into a bit of a fight, and one of them had split his mouth open on a radiator. So we spent Christmas Eve in A&E, not in one hospital, but in 2 separate hospitals. I had to keep hold of the taxi. We had to walk a couple of miles to a road, or a mile or so to a road, and then find a taxi. And good footbridge. And spent, I shan't tell you how much on the taxi that night, but there was not much said on Christmas Day. Well, the river's properly flooded, burst its banks. We're very lucky the canals don't flood. Not, most of them don't anyway. just got my wish. I've just seen a kingfisher, so that's 3 for 3. Let's hope this continues. I don't know if I've just not noticed them before or what, but I'm gonna have my camera at the ready because they keep eluding me, little pesky things. Just here is where I've been in a rush to get to, and if ever there was a sign that I was just pulling over and that kingfisher came and landed in the tree right beside and just sat there, I'll take that as a sign. This is Pooley Park. It's a nature reserve. It's a wooded area that goes on. It's very deep, long, and this is where I found the chicken in the woods. I'll put that link in the description to that vlog in case you didn't see it. I'm a bit early for fungus this year. It's normally in the spring. But I'm going to have a good look around in the woods here over the next few days. And although it's not the best spot for the solar, I've got generator, I've got the engine, and if needs be, I'll find a sunnier spot a little bit further along. I don't think it'll be that much sunnier because we are amongst the trees. But yeah, probably my most favourite spot. And it goes on, and there's lots of tracks within, and it's only about half a mile or 3/4 of a mile from Polesworth we just came through, where there's a nice butcher. Sorry, there's a nice butcher shop. Sorry, I don't know if the butcher's nice, but this is where we're going to be doing some vlogging or some filming from over the next few days. And it's definitely worth coming in the spring. This whole woods is carpeted in bluebells. So it's open sort of space the other side after that thin row of trees, but it's very peaceful. It's very nice here.
Too many days in the darkness without a glimpse of the light, running tired and broken and scared, but I swear I'll never give up the fight. I see you broken and beat,